Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Listen, man, welcome back to another show of Evolution Era Media, aka, man, she got so many AKAs in there, man. I'm just like baffled, man. I love you, sister. You like a distant sister cousin to me since I've met you. I appreciate you allowing us men here to come to your space and just chop it up a little bit about adult life, adult activities, adult issues, and adult growth. So appreciate you, sister, for that. Listen, man, I got my guys here, man. So I just want to give y'all an update about me, man. And this is just my check-in with y'all, man. You know, I've been on YouTube about 3 years, 4 years now, and listening to a lot of adult insanity. It's an interesting state, for me being, older as I am now. But I have been applying for some coaching positions in the middle schools and high schools. I have another interview tomorrow. It'll probably be my last one. But I was, I got the job for the middle school. I coached football there last year, so I'm gonna try that out. But if I get the high school job and this school interview tomorrow is at my alma mater. So I'm going to have to see what I can do as far as let them know who I was at that time. So, that's exciting news and stuff. But, I got some medical things coming up. They say I might have some carpal tunnel developing in these old arms and muscles. So I got this today at the hospital. I go to the VA and they like run tests on me all the time. So just check, my health is somewhat, changing, I guess. I still knocked out 110 push-ups on YouTube. I did win the contest just for people to know, so until somebody do 110, and listen, you ain't got to do them all at once. And I'm sure somebody like Dapper, 5-10 years younger than me, should be able to do 100 push-ups in a contest. Just my military experience. But, so that's just things going on, man. So appreciate y'all brothers showing up, man. So who wants to step right on in, man? What's up, Dapper, man? You looking dapper over there too, man. You look shining, man.
The funny thing is, man, I just left the gym, man. A new gym opened up in our area. So I literally just left from over there, man, checking them out, seeing what it was like. It was dope. It was nice. You feel me? But I'm looking at the time like, hey, yo, I got to go. You feel me? But Evo, I just want to let you know, you usually butter up the toast before you lather it. Know what I'm saying? So, take that for what it is. Know what I'm saying? A little jokey joke. But for my pause, bro, this week, it's been busy, man. It's getting to that time for insurance season. So my mindset is, it's one of those things where it's like, it was a wide focus, but it's slowly narrowing down. I'm slowly cutting things out, and getting that laser beam focus, which is that's where I like to be. You know what I'm saying? I like to be unbalanced, obsessive almost when it's game time. Played flag football last Sunday. A couple guys invited me out. It was nice, man. It was nice. But see, I already knew what it was, man. I dropped 3 picks, man. 3 picks. When I say drop, I'm talking about the ball is in my hand. Dropped it. And I already knew what it was. I said, I know what it is. I'm not taking the game seriously. That killer instinct that I usually have when it's like, oh, this is my ball, I ain't have it on the field. So next time we out there, it's the mental clicks. And that's what's happening right now. It's a lot of mental clicks. That focus is dialing in. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be good. Because I was there. Nobody scored on me. You know what I'm saying? I was always where I needed to be. It's just that mental focus there. So body's feeling good. My knees are starting to hurt a little bit more. They tell me that's just age. So I know I need to increase my omega-3s and some turmeric. You know what I'm saying? And spirituality is on point. You know what I'm saying? Been having some discussions on TikTok is an interesting place, by the way. I don't like it. It's a very interesting spot. I've never had an app where you gotta hit back like 6 times just to get off the freaking app, bro. They really try to keep you there. You feel me? Other than that, man, physically good, mentally energized, spiritually balanced, and emotionally sound. Because
let me jump in real quick, huh? I'm gonna have to. If y'all want to truly understand the check-in, we're gonna have to work on that, man. You know, because you've been going on. Your concentration was off, and I'm gonna say this about your football. Just admit your ass can't catch. What the hell we talking about? What's up, Josh?
Hey, whoa! I had 6 receptions at age.
Okay, I'm just saying. We don't know that. We gotta get some video. Somebody get a video.
Hey, you gotta get some bigger hands. Hey, you gotta get some bigger hands, bro. That's all I'm telling you.
Look at my phone, man. Hey, look here now.
Talking about tennis ball.
EV right here. Okay.
Hey, get some bigger hands. Come on, Josh.
Hands a little rough.
Josh, you're muted, brother.
Yeah, you're muted.
You know they make some sticky gloves for you, right? Like,
hey, I went out there barehanded, man. Barehanded.
They got sticky gloves for you like that.
I know.
No, I'm good, man. Just dealing with a lot of stuff over here. A little man playing football, so I'm just like trying to keep him grounded and see how far he can go with it.
So how do you feel though? Do you feel excited?
I'm always excited.
Can you notify your face
for that moment, for what's going on specifically with your son and stuff, right? Do you feel excited about that?
He just made first D-line, so he's about to kick an ass. So that's all.
So you feel excited?
Yeah, I'm always excited.
Okay.
I woke up this morning. I'm excited.
But see, that's what the check-in's for, to bring that direct energy into the space. That's all. That's why I ask questions. But salute to your son, man. Salute to the football players, man. Salute to the real sport players, football players. Not these.
Thank you.
One-handed basketball players.
And the ones that can't catch.
Hey, now.
I'm not even touching that.
Just give me address.
I got my own problems.
Sticky on it.
You gotta get some of that stick 'em. Like, remember what's that
movie called? It's okay. Hey, listen, let's clarify something. For the fellas out here that go through similar, instances, it's okay to require aid and help. If you got small fingers, get the gloves that help you catch better. It's all right, guys. Get some aid, get some help. It's all right.
Nah, bare hand. I don't like gloves, man.
See, that's a problem right there.
You can get them custom. Listen, and I'm just saying, it's not just a dab, but you can get them custom made with your color, your logo, your name. So, it's all right.
Man, go to daggone Dick's or whatever, man. You can get, look, with your little hands, Dapper, you can go to Walmart. They got some, you don't need to get no expensive, man. If you can catch it, you can catch. You got baby mittens, man. Go get you some baby flower mittens.
Okay.
Bro, I'm gonna get my stick 'em, man.
Carl, you checking in? Hold on, Carl. You checking in?
Yeah, I'm good. Mentally.
All right, let's get into it.
I'm good. I'm just going through my Wi-Fi issue right now. So let's go.
Man,
all right, let's get into it, man. We do have some videos, Carl. You want to play the video first? and then we can just start the ball. You want to go into the question?
Let's get straight into the video. What's up, JT?
Brother JT?
JT in the building.
Let's get into the video, man.
What's up, fellas?
Yes.
What's up, brother?
What's going on,
Roll
Coach?
the video.
Roll the clip.
Yep.
UniqStar Entertainment.
Say.
Lord have mercy. And welcome everybody in the chat. Melissa, Lana, Bia, Bobby, White Podcast, Missy J. I hope I didn't miss nobody else.
Melissa.
What We Know Podcast. Happy belated birthday, brother.
Dr. Robinson, my man, show up every time, man. Salute, brother.
Every time.
We appreciate y'all coming in.
And we on Facebook too. We on Facebook, Instagram, all that. Salute all y'all over there. Come on over and chop it up with us. Let's get it, man. Listen, man, we ain't gotta wait for that video, man. Let's just get into some easy little topics, man. Listen, man. So just in the Carl, you had a good one, as you said earlier, right?
This is broke down in 3 parts, everybody.
Okay, we got the video. So
all right, let's roll the video.
Let's turn the volume up.
Right. A transparent person will show you the truth if you just look. Mm-hmm. If you look, I will show you.
Yeah.
But a vulnerable person will offer you the truth and you never have to reach for it.
That's good.
And so you want to be able to be honest. But see, if we're in a marriage and I'm just honest with you, that's not enough. No. Because you have to know what to ask me.
Right. And so if I don't feel like I'm getting the answers because I never asked, I don't feel safe.
Then I'm technically not wrong here.
Right.
But like, if you look and you see something is wrong with my limp or my eyes right now, like my eyes. So my eye is low, so you can see. And if you're looking, then I'll tell you, like, this is going on with my eye, right? You're looking, you can see, so I'm showing you.
Yeah.
But vulnerability says you don't see what's going on in the internal. And I just want to tell you something that you don't know, and you wouldn't even know to ask, even on a good day.
Right.
So to be vulnerable is to offer. And that is risky.
It's so risky because you don't know what's going to come of that.
Absolutely.
As the person who's being vulnerable, you don't know what comes of it. Is that person going to shame you, ridicule you? Is it going to come back in another conversation?
Boy, I hate niggas, boy. I'll tell you
boy. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you YNs, man. I'm tired of you.
I'm telling you,
hey,
man.
I'm gonna choke you, bro.
Hey, that's one of y'all, boy. Hey.
No. Listen. This is very valuable for all age groups, relationship, just meeting somebody, even in a marriage. You have to know. You have to balance. You have to allow vulnerability and transparency.
Oh shit, man!
Hold
on. Okay. Let's do it like this, Carl. We have men. Let's do it like this. We have men that have never been married. We have men that are married. We have men that have been married and divorced and remarried. We have men that have been divorced right here, right now.
Trigger alert.
Let's get everybody's perspective. That damn video. Why niggas complicate shit? They done overcomplicated the whole thing.
So,
that was too much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
what are we talking about right now?
All right, listen. Let me. Hello. Let's take it in 3 parts. Like I said, just meeting a person. Let's start from there. Your transparency level and your vulnerability level when you're just meeting the person.
Trigger alert.
Should be low as hell, bro.
Trigger alert.
Listen, man. So
okay,
I guess
JT, since you're not being a comedian in here, can we go with
this is triggering?
Can we go with what level, how much transparency or vulnerability that you relinquish or allow at the beginning? Hello, how you doing? My name is so and so. Let's go.
At the beginning, like if I'm just meeting that person within week or
First
two,
first 2 or 3 dates. Let's do it like that.
Yeah, they're not getting none of that. They don't get transparency nor vulnerability. They don't get none of that. You earn
Is there
it.
Is there a reason why?
They haven't earned it. I don't know them. You still a stranger to me. So,
okay.
Yeah. No, they don't get that.
Like, who wants to be susceptible, bro? Like,
so and I can honestly say that they're synonymous, right? Transparency and vulnerability. That word salad that they was doing, that's crazy to try to break those two down. Wow.
Call that a word salad.
But yeah, that when you start talking about transparency and you start talking about vulnerability and things like that, those things are earned in a relationship. That comes with trust. That comes with earning trust, and that comes with someone earning that earn the trust with you also. So that thing that what they were talking about, that was it was just word salad. But you're talking about married people. That's why when you hear married people trying to talk to people that are single or have never been in a long-term relationship or marriage, it's very hard for them to understand the language that these folks are speaking.
Exactly.
But I need you to understand.
Okay.
We're doing this in 3 parts for a reason.
Okay.
The beginning, like you said, nobody give up nothing, transparency or vulnerability, because of whatever reasons they create or whatever experiences they went through in the past that made them more guarded, whatever the case may be. However, I'm just going to show you why later. That's why I'm going to go by 1, 2, and 3. This is at the beginning stage. Why people don't have an issue with vulnerability and being transparent at the beginning.
Yeah, and so I'll just end it with this. My reason is because you haven't earned it. I don't know you. You're still a stranger to me.
Okay. Dap, what we got?
So
just keep it right where it's at the beginning.
My thing is this: if it's in the beginning, it depends on a lot of it depends on how I feel about you. But I'm not gonna give too much because people are so quick to judge. They often judge incorrectly. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you at dinner and you smell chocolate, so you assume it's a chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a chocolate cake. It wasn't even any chocolate to begin with. It was actually a steak. You feel me? But you just be so quick to prejudge a situation. It puts both of us in a bad situation. It's like a job, you talking to somebody and you like, yeah, I went to jail for, SA or something like that. They're going to automatically prejudge you as a creep. They're not going to realize that what truly happened was somebody was choking and you gave them the Heimlich maneuver. And because you did not ask for their consent before saving them, you caught a charge. That's how that works. That's how it works in this world. Everybody's just going to prejudge you as soon as you give them a little information. You feel me? And listen, and that JT, that's actually a true story, bro. That is actually a true story. You feel me? It's a true story.
Just what we got, brother?
Like I said, trigger alert.
So you want to pass on that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna be passing that one. Well, no, come back to me last, man.
All right, Coach, what we got? Short and sweet. At the beginning stages. Vulnerability. Come on, vulnerability and transparency.
Every woman that I met, I was pretty transparent about what it was that I was wanting and looking for. And I was always trying to get them to be vulnerable at some point real soon. I didn't, so for me, I knew within 2 or 3 weeks whether or not I was going to be anything other than just knowing a female after that. Because I was pretty I watch how people move, and I listen to their movements, because people say a lot in the beginning, but then I go right into watching. I've always watched women, so I just see how they move towards me, around me, how they come outside, and I make my decision. And then it depends on what type of conversation I'm having. I never talk about sex though, because most of them would be willing to give it up after,
Okay.
you know, a couple
So,
days. Friday,
let me-
Saturday. Yeah, a couple days.
Listen. Stop. So let me clarify something real quick.
Oh man.
I'm going to say this. We want it from others, but we're not willing to put it out ourselves at the beginning. We want the person. We want listen carefully, brother. When you meet a female, we want her to be transparent. We want her to be honest. We want her to be vulnerable. But yet, we're not willing to give it up front.
How did you get that from anything we've said, bro?
And I didn't even get a chance to say nothing.
You feel me? Like, how did you even come to that conclusion? I'm like, ain't nobody gave that.
And we ain't even finished giving our answers.
You really? Because I'm going by the answer. Listen,
I'm going to be honest. When I first meet somebody, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, a real pimp told me just the best way you could ever meet a woman is be honest. And I've been like that ever since. I don't care what it was. I'm just meeting you. I'd rather just sub in and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what it is. What you want to do?
That's it.
Jeff D, can I ask you a question? Have you ever met a female and just flat out told her right then after you got her name and she got your name, like, listen, I want to clap them cheeks?
All the time. I've done it all the time. If it was just that's all I wanted. I'd rather just be straight up. And I'll say about 80% of the time, it works.
You good? Yeah.
I'm good. But I'm in there. But like either which way, I've always.
You're lying, baby. You was like
myself
that
on
too.
being
You was
straight up.
25, 26.
So like,
I've never been like that. That's
I was always like that. And it's like if they don't like it too, that's on them. At least I know I walked out telling the truth, and I'll sleep better at night.
Yeah, but that's just telling the truth. There's levels to
you're
telling
not
the
going
truth.
to sleep better at night.
I'm just talking about you. There's levels to it. But if I'm meeting you straight up, look, this is what it is. And if you don't like it, you don't gotta stay. I keep moving, keep it going.
So, and there are levels. For instance, when they were talking about the differences between transparency and vulnerability, transparency, yeah, a lot of people can lead with transparency. We all do it, right? This is why we on this panel right now. A lot of our stories and the things we go through is through transparency. I think the biggest problem would be vulnerability.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Man not even supposed to be vulnerable.
But that's also like a security guard for us.
Yeah, it is. It is. To be honest, yeah.
What do you mean that we're not supposed to be vulnerable? The
word vulnerable means susceptible to attack. So as a man, you are not supposed to be vulnerable.
And then as that,
I'm going to give you a story. I'm going to give you a story about honesty and vulnerability.
Hold on,
there was a guy.
To put it too simple, that vulnerability can relate back to us as weakness. And a lot of women look at that like, oh, he being open like that, or he a weak person. It don't make us weak. We like I said this. We vulnerable with our feelings to a woman. If she look at you weak, that ain't the one for you. That's what like but as men, we're not supposed to be open and honest about our feelings. We'll just take it on the chin and keep moving.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. Even your wife, you gotta watch her.
Yeah, but this is the thing about wife. This is the thing about wife. This is the thing about vulnerability.
You already got a wife, boy.
But this is the thing about vulnerability, and this is why I say you have to earn it. What happens is that we all end up getting old. And it's at some point of a man's life where he's going to have to be vulnerable. He ain't got no choice, right? I kind of still agree with the guys a little bit. When you start talking about being vulnerable, it's just a thing that men have, being younger men, right? With that vulnerability, that shit is kind of like when I get vulnerable with a woman, it's like a man crying in front of a woman, right? It's like a you're gambling. You're gambling when you're doing that. So that's because that's a part of your vulnerability. But this is the thing, fellas. That wife that these men have, I'm talking about men that had lifetime women that they had, at some point in their life, that woman done seen everything about that man.
Yeah.
right? But you can't do that if you're sitting back just having a marriage and y'all don't trust each other.
Man.
A lot of people get in relationships nowadays without the trust. She gonna do something to me, he gonna do something to me. So the vulnerability is kind of null and void when it comes down to that. But once you got a person that you really, really are in tune with, I mean, it's crazy as hell, but that woman is gonna have to show a lot to you before she can get that vulnerability. It takes a lot for that shit to happen.
I'm gonna say something that y'all gonna disagree with, but you cannot refute. There is a personality type that you can be vulnerable with. There's men who have wives for 40 years and you cannot, I promise you this, you cannot be vulnerable because see, here's the thing. You just got to understand it in the simplest form, right? You got a man that's really, really strong, and then you got a woman he liked. As soon as he trusted her and confided in her, she used the information to destroy him. So you got to ask a question. Why do you want to know my vulnerable side? For what? What are you going to do with it? What is the purpose of it? No. Tell me right now.
I got it.
Now.
Hold on, man.
What is the purpose?
I got it interject.
But Dapper, okay, here.
Okay.
Let me ask my question. I got it. Let me ask you a question,
Carl. No, hold on.
That's why it's levels to it. There's levels to it.
I get there's levels to it. Trust me, I get there's levels to it. But give me right now a reason why your wife would need to know your vulnerability. Give me a reason why she needs to know that.
I'll give you a simple vulnerability, right? When it comes to finances, right? Just that alone. They need to know how to take care of the business. And everybody need to know how to take care of the business in case something happened to you. You being vulnerable. Listen, if you haven't been married, you better wait till you get married, right? So when your ass catch hemorrhoids or she got to look in your goddamn asshole because you sick and shit, your ass is vulnerable. Right?
But that's two different things.
But what I'm saying, listen, hold up. But see, but Dapper, like JT said, there's levels to it. You just meet a girl, y'all go out to the movies and shit, and your little bitch, not you, but little nigga over there crying because the dog got ran over. Any chick go look at him like, you're so weak ass nigga. But then the same thing, if your mama died and you with a chick and you crying and going through that shit and she sitting up there looking at you like that, man, you better dump her. And if you date her or marry her, you get what the hell you get. Because there's no way that a woman, your mother can die, your father can die, and you dating a woman 2 or 3 years, and that's probably the closest person in your life, and they no longer here, and you can't cry on their shoulder. Man, that shit diabolical, man. I wouldn't want to be around nobody.
Pause for a minute. I need everybody to reset and go back to the original question because there's a reason why I need to follow this. At the beginning, like JT said, I don't know you. It got to be earned. Let me tell you something. I've said this too many times. Men have slept with women that they fell in love with, or it was just a smash and grab, whatever. And it's funny how we can interact with each other physically. Y'all don't even know each other's blood type. Y'all don't even know each other's medical history. So when you're talking about vulnerability, I don't want to jump forward to marriage yet, but I'm just saying, when you're just meeting somebody, no, you're not exchanging social security numbers, but you have to have some level of understanding of each other's medical history, because isn't it sad that you've been with many women and you don't know which one had diabetes, heart problem, fibroids, or nothing, because the question.
Who the hell are you dating, bro? You dating senior citizen? Oh, my bad. I forgot
no, this ain't got nothing to do with citizen.
I don't worry about all that.
I need you to understand.
Carl, you speaking to the young dudes. That's the young
hold on. I need you to understand something, Dapper. A lot of things is not based on your age. Because believe it or not, there's dudes younger than you with erectile dysfunction. All right? So it has nothing to do with age. It has to do with you not understanding what you're dealing with and what you're getting involved with.
Hey, Carl,
do you understand the difference between generalities and exceptions? Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
No. Let me add something. He's actually right, because let me tell you one of the biggest issues that a lot of young men have with women. They don't know that a lot of these women, you know what I mean? Women have epilepsy, bro. And you don't even know that woman has epilepsy, my guy. And she fine as hell.
Fine.
She look healthy than a motherfucker. And that woman is with you, and she's laying in the bed with you, and she starts to have seizures. That shit is more common than what motherfuckers really think. So he's right. At that point, when you are with someone or you have a woman that they're not telling you this shit. That is a very serious thing. I've in the past 2 years, bro, there has been at least 4 women that I know that died of epilepsy. Didn't even know that they had it. So that's one of the things that he's saying. It don't have to do with the other shit.
Hold on. Nah, see, that last statement completely destroyed your argument. If the woman didn't know that she had it, how could she?
No. She's not telling you. She's not telling you. Not that she didn't know. She definitely knows. Okay. She's been having this since she was a kid.
Listen, and again, there's two sides to the door swings both ways, right?
Yep.
Because women, over the last 35 years, there's a lot of young boys and women that have been on medication as kids. And most black people, they don't go to the doctor to get off the medication. They just stop taking the medication. And all of this is still wound up in their nerves, Dapper. And you going over being the Dapper, and you pounding her out, and you bringing up all those neurons, and she start having them episodes on you and keying your car and climbing through your window and doing all that because you the man and you gonna be the man. You better be careful. And Carl, you right. I think today is old ass 40-year-olds, 35-year-olds on YouTube. Every time y'all meet some little smelly ass person, y'all need to get your health records checked up. Because y'all out there spreading peanut butter and jelly, and the shit getting nasty out there.
So I'm digging what Carl about to go to with this, man. I'm excited to hear what he got to say now.
I am excited to hear this nonsense, my damn self.
I just want to tap on how much we don't investigate, we don't discuss, we don't question, but we want to interact with each other, men and women alike. And I say this because, listen, the vulnerability part, listen, you want to talk about vulnerability? How many women would you say accompany you when you go see your medical doctor?
Why do I do that?
That's as vulnerable as you can get, and that's transparency as well. When was the last time? Listen, I'm still at the beginning. I'm still at the beginning.
There's no way you at the beginning. You talking about me going to the doctor with you, bro? I wish a girl would. After knowing her for 2 months, ask me to go to the doctor with her.
Negro, you wrong.
Why not?
You wrong.
Why not?
I'm going.
If a chick said,
I'm going. What you talking about?
You better go.
Are we going doing your lunch or my lunch?
Let me lay the foundation why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If a chick do that,
by you saying,
we're gonna see what happens.
Hold on, Judge. By you saying no to it, or you got something against it, you are now telling me, without telling me, you have no long-term plans of being with the person, because part of your investment is knowing all the way up to knowing your blood type. Let me tell you something.
Dang.
You want to talk about transparency and vulnerability too? When you get married, you do know she knows your social security number, right?
Yeah. I've had no in myself.
You do know she knows you have a second.
Girl, hold on, Dap. Hold on. You doing all that talking, you done gave some girls your social security number. They can be running around here, have refrigerators and cars in your damn name. That's vulnerable as hell. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
You ain't even married.
And this is what I be talking about with y'all, man. Let me explain to you why I keep telling y'all that. Y'all are wise for your time. So let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Wait.
Let me ask you a question. You are wise for your time. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Do you know what the T app is? Do you know what the T app is?
Yes.
That's some shit that you young
Oh, okay.
motherfuckers
No,
invented
time out.
because y'all like fucking
Hold
messy
on. Yes, sir.
toxic relationships.
Hold on. Carl. See, this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all, right? When y'all grew up, right? When y'all had the horse and you had the buggies, right? And when you wanted to talk to Beth up the street, if
You're
there
so
was some
disrespectful.
yes, I am. I'm making it extreme. Right? When you wanted to take her out, you feel me, on your little horse and buggy, you didn't have to worry about
She
her.
sat over and ate out of a picnic
pigeon
basket.
You feel me? You didn't have to worry about a pigeon dropping off a note with a dude with a brand new V12 Rolls Royce. You didn't have Instagram. You didn't have
She
the
didn't get
level
her
of
Social Security
accessibility
number.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask you
level of
something.
accessibility.
Stop. You talking too long. I need this condensed for the 2 hours we got. Yeah. Listen. Jokes aside, I need you to really focus on this because this is helping other people as well. This ain't about just us. Now, I want you to understand this. Mm-hmm. You've been smashing a chick for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, and you run around talking about this is wifey. This is wifey material. This is your girlfriend. And now something happens and she goes inside the emergency room and you're standing there and the doctor is asking you a whole bunch of questions that your black ass can't answer because you don't know. What's her blood type? Is she allergic to anything? You can't answer. They're going to push you to the side and say, call her mother because you're useless. You're supposed to be able to say, you're supposed, listen, sir, you're supposed to be able. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Hold on.
I'm trying to get
something right now. Have you ever been with somebody that's been shot? Have you ever been with somebody that's been shot, Carl? No, seriously. I'm asking. Have you ever been with somebody that's been shot?
Do you know what a true story is?
You that question, bro.
No, let me tell you something. True story.
Let's read. Dapper, read this comment, Dapper. Read this comment. This comment for you, man.
You getting checked for everything and vice versa. This is when paperwork comes into play. What I got to do with anything we're talking about right now?
Because all the information is on there.
But also, Dapper, here's the thing though. You've been talking like you're gonna have this long lineage, right? You better ensure that lineage is going to be healthy, especially today. You young radicals out there today, y'all moving a lot more reckless. Y'all moving a lot more reckless as young men and young women today. Y'all proud to be moving. Listen, y'all are proud to be moving in a capacity to where some men are okay and some women are okay with accepting a man who's been with a man. That shit bring all kinds of bad germs and diseases.
What are you talking about, bro? Okay. I was just telling somebody this in the gym. You cannot recover from that, bro.
Hold on. Listen, it don't matter about them recovering. They're going to live their life. They're going to pass that gene and germ back and forth all day.
Listen, Coach.
So Carl.
Hold on. Let me bring this back. This is about how men, certain types of men, think they can have everything their way. They can sit here and make demands, requirements, expectations of a woman to share, be vulnerable, be transparent, and the men are not reciprocating the same. I'm talking about people, men and women, stop and listen. It's too many people running around wanting it one way, but they're not willing to reciprocate.
Carl, but none of us said that, bro. Not one of us said anything like that.
But that's the point of this whole discussion, brother. I'm trying to bring in how a person could sit here and make demands of, I want to see yours, but you don't want them to see yours. Vice versa. And there are men, and listen, there are men and women, as you described and as JT described, that are overprotective of their vulnerability. Because again, if you overprotective, because there's no way you're going to demonstrate interdependency skills, but you're trying to withhold certain elements that helps the person decide if they can even deal with you or not.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, right? So let me ask you a question.
He don't get
Give
it.
me an example of something vulnerable that you would need to tell somebody whether they were going to decide if they're going to deal with you or not.
If your ass got
sickle
AIDS,
cell.
Okay.
And they want
That's
children.
That's
And
it.
they want children, and you got sickle cell. You need to let them know that you have sickle cell.
right?
Or you
need to
carry
know
the
all
trait.
that.
Okay, now perfect, right? Perfect. Now,
Schizophrenic.
now that we have that established, do you understand why people are not vulnerable now? Do you get it? See, this is what I said earlier. When you're vulnerable with somebody, you're forcing them to make a predetermined decision about you without having everything. So when you're sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm just going to be super vulnerable, you're cooking yourself. Everybody knows this, bro. Everybody knows this.
No,
it's
not
completely
really.
different. If you're talking, I'm gonna give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say I'm talking to a girl. I've known her for 2 months, right? I cheated on her. If I tell her that, and we only had a 2-month relationship, the chances of her leaving is extremely high. So if I do the same exact thing, hold on. If I do the same exact thing in a 10-year relationship, the chances of her leaving.
But Dapper, no, stop it.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Y'all be making too many crazy.
Listen to what I'm
You're trying to be. Listen, I can't. You're trying to be absolute. You're trying to be absolute. You are trying to be absolute because you cannot predict someone else's emotions.
Bro, you're not. Carl, what was the point I was trying to make, bro?
Hold up. You said, sorry, JT, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, you're saying the likelihood of somebody that's in a 10-year relationship to a 2-month relationship is not high?
No, what I'm saying is depending on it's like this, bro. I'm gonna make it in simple terms. You have a bank account. If I have $1,000 in my bank account and I do something that costs $800, that's gonna hurt me more than if I had $10,000 in my bank account. That time you spend with the person, it's like a bank reserve. The longer that you know someone, right, and the more they understand you, the easier it is for them to understand you and to forgive you for something.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
But Dapper
JT, I gotta ask this question. Dap, because this is gonna help other people in the chat. Have you ever in your life gave a set of keys to your woman to your house?
Yeah.
How long did you know? How long have you known her before you gave her a set of keys?
2 months.
A year?
2 years. I was like 1 or 2 years.
It was a year.
So, but what Dapper, what you made as an analogy or as an example was terrible.
No, see, the reason I'm using an extreme is because all of y'all know this, bro. If y'all stop just being biased and just open your head. You are, because here's the thing. The statistics already prove that if you cheat in a 10-year relationship versus a 2-year relationship, you're more likely to stay together. It's all numbers. I don't have any feelings about this. You cannot refute it because it's a fact.
Hold on, Dapper. That's what I'm saying. That's the outward that you're talking about. You're talking about cheating. First and foremost, that's not vulnerability. You're talking about deceit.
Right.
So that's deceit.
Exactly.
Right. So the example that you use is the total opposite of what we're talking about.
It's not deceit. It's not
deceit.
If
you cheat,
No. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Deceit rhymes.
It doesn't matter that it rhymes. So does lie and die. But listen, what I'm trying to explain to you is simple. If I cheat on a woman,
my wife, I'm deceived.
Just listen to what I'm saying. If I cheat on my woman and I tell her I'm not being deceitful, that's not.
But you're not cheating.
I told you the truth.
No, Dapper. If you listen, Dapper. If you tell her after the fact, you deceived her before already.
What do you mean after the fact? When you gonna tell her you're gonna cheat before you do it?
Yes.
You ain't telling her you cheating. You just telling her that's your option.
So the thing is this: why are you cheating? This is why I said it's a bad. No, hold on. This is why I said it was a bad analogy that you made because you're talking about deceit. That I don't care how you can put it any way you want to. Think about what you just said.
What was it?
I told her cheating.
That's not a deception. I didn't lie to her.
Okay, no.
What is
You
the word
did.
deception?
Hold on.
I got
Bro,
it.
you did lie to her because you're calling it what it is, cheating. I don't care if you play a fucking game, right? If you play something and nobody's seeing you do something that you had no business, you playing cards, you take a card and you cheated. That's deceit. If you playing basketball and you did something and you did it and it was against the rules and nobody seen it, that's cheating, bro. That's deceit. I don't care how you put it. It's cheating.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on.
Listen.
Let's do this, man. Let's level set it so we can continue because it's a great conversation.
Because I want to
hold on. Let's go to the chat, man. Relax. We got new people in the chat, man. We got people here coming, man. It's a good conversation, man. I think we got Ray, Lola, Bunny. Thank you, sister, for subscribing. So appreciate you, man. Who else in the chat, man? Y'all got anybody else? Wife School, we need your 20% troll right about now. We need that.
They always cheating. See,
now, salute, man. Go ahead, man.
This is the thing that I be trying to get y'all to understand. Y'all be getting far too emotional. When I'm bringing up an analogy to try to keep y'all on point, y'all can't stay on point. It's like I gotta.
I'm going to stay on point. I'm gonna stay on point by doing this. I'm gonna give you a chance. Everybody in here, including the chat, this is universal. Can you please tell me what did you do in your lifetime that was either vulnerable and transparent with someone you knew for less than 6 months? Please start with Dapper. What have you done with a woman?
Raw sex.
That was transparent.
That is transparent and vulnerable. It was raw.
Okay, I got you.
Transparent and vulnerable.
That's transparent and vulnerable, bro. How's that not transparent and vulnerable?
But here's the thing, Dapper. If you would go to, and this is what this is why I understand. This is why for brothers outside of Dapper, brothers who looking for a better way. Listen, man. Today's market requires men and women that are going to be in a relationship to go and get those checkups. Get the checkup. Don't make no assumptions about the partner having a good, clean bill of health, especially if you're talking about trying to build something. I know it's far and few between because everybody on YouTube have been kicked down the road of life. But if y'all got a young son, a young daughter, and you want to see a family, even though you fucked up the family dynamic in your life, let the kids have an opportunity to experience that. And if you do, everybody talk about getting a health checkup. Brothers, go get your colon checked. Brothers, you young niggas, stop.
And then as soon as you get a check, whichever girl you're talking to, tell her the result.
But you're not going to tell her that because the level, listen, you will tell a girl, listen, I'm HIV clean, I'm disease free. And here, guess what? I got this little card to prove it. I got this right here. So this Johnson,
everybody got their receipt.
This Johnson right here is going down in the history books as a clean bill of health.
Let me see your credit score.
Let me show you this. Listen, hold on. Let me show you what transparency and vulnerability looks like. You met a chick and she likes you, but she's shy or she's been through whatever experiences, or she talked to her mother, her girlfriend, whatever. And she says to you, I don't mind going out on a date with you, but I need to see your driver's license before we leave.
What the hell are we talking about, Carl?
Excuse me, sir.
Did you not hear what he said?
Sir, if a woman asks you before you take her out, can I see your driver's license, please? This is for her safety, her concern. Remember, she has a father, and her father taught her that. Make sure that the dude you're dating is legit in driving. Just like we teach our daughter, check the license plate before you get in the car. So again, I'm going to ask you, you have an issue with that?
Carl, I don't have an issue with that, but that's not realistic, bro. Why is that?
No. These young girls, you have no idea. If you dating young girls nowadays, especially with an iPhone, especially with an iPhone, and then you taking them on a date, I guarantee they already done put your damn they took a picture of your damn driver's license. I mean your license plate. They put their location on to whoever it is, they girl, they mama, whoever it is. They've already did it. They've also checked your credit score, my guy. Once you start getting involved with these women, they're way more resourceful than you giving them credit for. They will definitely check your shit. Now, this is the craziest part. The craziest part, because y'all don't trust each other. We hear y'all talk. We hear y'all speaking. All y'all shit is doom and gloom. All women's side, they shit is doom and gloom. On the men's side, they shit is doom and gloom. Y'all don't trust each other, but y'all steady screwing each other.
This is about this is all about people's comfortability level and how do they get there, and what do you do to lend towards it, and it has to swing both ways. You can't expect someone to be vulnerable and you're not. You can't expect somebody to be transparent and you're not. For whatever reason or excuses, you can't. It's not going nowhere.
Shout out to Lola. Listen, Dapper, you lied to cheat, man. Yes, you ain't get this, Dapper. You ain't got a lot of kicking, man. Salute, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Channel,
like the whole lie to cheat.
Subscribe to the channel.
A lot of y'all people don't know what the hell cheating is.
Live, Evolutionary Media. Subscribe to the channel, like, Coach Bird.
That's like a chick. If I go back in my past, I could go back in my past, and a chick is not going to run around saying, "I don't know his last name. I just know his call." Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You've been to the crib. Listen, you've been to the crib.
See, this is how I know y'all don't play basketball, man. Y'all
no, listen carefully. There's a thing.
DJ, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, this is the part where transparency and this is where transparency and vulnerability on men and women gets really messed up. Have you ever dated a chick and 6 months, 8 months go by, and if I asked you for $1 million, what color her bathroom is, you can't tell me because she never invited you over for dinner.
That means
this is what I be talking about, bro. It's like, who's in these situations, Paul? Like, where you pulling this information from?
Listen. You can pay attention to white man data and Google. I'm telling you what reality is for many. Okay,
hold on. Not all men deal with that type of reality, bro.
This is what I'm talking about, man. He just been coming up with shit.
Listen. This I can be confident in saying. Ask any woman in this panel right in the comment section.
Ladies in the chat.
Ask them how soon before they let the guy comes over to our home.
Man, it begins. Go on, time out. Flag on the play, Carl. Flag. 15-yard penalty.
This is the problem. I'm going to handle y'all. This is the problem with Coach and Justice not listening to. They heard, but they didn't process. I didn't say what Dap is saying. See, Dap is talking about women he went to their house to smack. I'm talking about long-term relationship investment.
Bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? That's why I'm talking about with you, bro.
Hold on, Dap. Carl, let me ask you this question. Did this happen to you? Or you know somebody this happened to?
Nothing about this is personal to me.
So I would think anybody on this panel right here, anybody, even the women in the chat, right? If they like the dude and he was making himself available, he was coming over to that house.
Way before a month.
He was coming over. Listen, 90 days wasn't even a thing, man, until Steve Harvey put that dumb shit in their head. If they liked you on Monday, call by Saturday, the kids was going somewhere.
And it's still like that.
Listen. I'm going to say this. Yes, 70s, 80s, even part of the 90s. I'm going to give it to you. Listen, I'm going to give it to you all the way. But once 2000 came around, go down. Wait a minute. After 2000, you start listening to women. They have an issue with you coming into their house and they got kids.
That's those
Okay.
women.
Or they have. Listen, I'm talking about. Listen, I'm talking about.
Got bad kids, God. They don't go to sleep.
Listen, I'm talking about their vulnerability and their transparency. Don't think they don't have it.
So you have to be able to set that though, Carl. This is the thing, and that's why I said I like what you were saying at that when you talking about beginning stages, right? So when you're talking about us as men, the reason why a lot of these women end up being misled is because you have dudes that are actually falling in, and we done fell in love with our not our vulnerability, but our desires, right? She got a fat ass. She got an onion. You know, all these different things. She a bad bee and all that stuff that we fall. And so we smashing. An onion was.
I'm kidding.
And if he ain't never had none,
no.
JT, real quick,
because people said the girl had an ass that was so fucking bad it make you cry.
Yeah,
it'll make you cry, nigga.
That's JT, real quick. If a guy ain't never had a chick with a bad body, and he get the chance that first time, man,
He going.
He's over too, Carl. He's coming over.
This is why I tell people, like,
and he's drinking up all the damn the
juicy juice,
the juicy juices and the snacks,
the Lunchables,
all the snacks. It's all
snacks.
See, that's why
I mean all the fruit snacks.
This is
I
why
eat up all the kids' snacks.
This is why I be telling Carl only 10% of men can really say they have dick discipline, because see, you have never been tested. You've never been with a baddie and she like, I'm about to throw that fatty on you, and you say no. You've never been in a position. So a lot of this whole dick discipline shit.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Carl,
what part of my life you was included in? Because you really don't know.
Listen, all I'm saying is this, right?
Baddies.
You only 10%.
While you chasing baddies, I have nothing but women around me. Women that drive their own car, women that got their own shit. I'm not dealing with no baddies. Baddies. What are you talking about?
So semantics, right?
Hold on. Time out. Hold on.
Listen, I created fuckable versus keepable. Don't get it.
Oh man, stop it, man.
I bet you did, Carl. That's right, Carl.
You couldn't even go over their house. You couldn't even go over their house.
Let's get back on topic, y'all.
Hey, Carl know all the formats. You know what type of toothpaste she use. He knows
over. Carl couldn't get over.
Carl made a medicine cabinet. Look at that.
Listen. No, seriously. There is a woman.
Try Zappa alpha Zinaminapine. What the fuck is this?
He holding up his device and shit.
Anything with an ass with his holder, bro. It's over.
Bro, like that trying to. This shit is still active. It ain't expired.
Hello, Jesus. Yeah.
Hey, man.
She just got this prescription. Oh, man, what the hell is that?
What the hell is Losartan? What is this? Well, Realtree, what is this? Oxy Cole? I don't know what this is.
Alexa, what is
What is Oxy Cole, dog? That's what be in the back of my chat GPT.
He forgot.
He said he got a damn junkie that got a track infection.
He gonna use the restroom and shit.
Let me do this. True story. There was a young woman in her 40s, gorgeous woman, and she used to come down, we visit, we go places, do everything, right? Very good woman. One night, I was playing with her breasts. One was harder than the other. She went ahead and got checked, found out it was breast cancer. She passed away, a month or two later. Okay? What I'm trying to get to understand is sometimes as men, we have to know. We have to know. We have to
what are we
invest.
gonna do about it?
Well, guess what? If I didn't know what I knew, I would have been playing with them things and not pay attention about one being harder than the other.
Carl, how long was y'all? How long? Hold up, Carl. How long was y'all? How long were you dating her? How long were you
Not be
dating
going to
her?
hell tonight. I'm just keeping
Oh,
my
we was almost like 8 months in.
Okay, but that's something like that. You know, that's really not enough time to really be looking at that intentional. But I'll tell you this: if you was grabbing on them tickle bitties every day, then I think you would have known a lot sooner. Like, hey, something ain't right.
left
Or
side.
did you just not say
on the
that?
first night, you could have saved the life.
No, but it seems, but this is the thing. It seems kind of, you know, when he's talking about it, just think about it, man. If we live in everyday life, bro, shit death come at a time, bro, when you least expect it, right? And it's been many of people that have had a relationship with somebody and that relationship was cut short because they didn't know that this person had some type of ailment, right? And they didn't know how. That's why I was just saying before when we were talking about something like epilepsy. That's, you know, kids have that, right? So that's one of the things that we have to start being a little more intentional in these days right now. Way more intentional, even when more intentional than what we were, because what happens is that life is still going on, and so when you're talking about dating, again, last week we had this conversation. Dating is supposed to only be for a short while. You're supposed to get out the market and you bring somebody out the market with you. Then you can start the courting thing and start being able to learn and know each other. But if you out here and your mindset is set on how many bras I can screw and her mindset is on how many niggas I can finesse, then you'll never find that. What we're talking about is something that we learn, and not only because it's not like we the perfect motherfuckers. We made a shitload of fucking mistakes, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that was pretty dope, because women would come at you at a lot of different angles, especially if they're intentional. I had a woman that was very intentional on dating me, and she said, well, listen, we can't have sex until we both get checked out. And I need us to both go at the same time. I'll make the appointment and everything. I had to go with her.
We're doing that. I'll do that all day.
Yeah. So if you do it, so that's being intentional, and that's still a vulnerable part of your life, because that's, you know what I'm saying? That's HIPAA. You know what I'm saying? So
that tells you so much more, it tells you so much about the person.
Yeah, it tells you so much. If you got a woman that's like that, and that's being what we was talking about earlier, the other thing, transparency. And women would do that. Men, we won't. We ain't doing no shit like that. So if we get a woman that's that intentional, it's like it's either you gonna shit or get off the pot.
Yep.
Yes.
See, and you know what? What I will say is I've been
play the second video. I gotta play the second video real quick.
Hold up, Carl. Before you start, man, let me just say this, and y'all go ahead and rock out, man. Listen, man, it's a great conversation, man. Salute to everybody that came out, man. Dalton, Lana, thank you, sister, for subscribing, man. Everybody, man. Listen, man, y'all continue to rock out, man. Great conversation. Listen, man, like Carl said, man, y'all just get your checkups, man, especially now, today's environment, man. We see what's going on. In order for us to get ahead of our health, we have to really find out what our diagnoses are or may not be. I'd rather know than not know. Like I said, I went to the hospital today. I'm going to make sure I get all my checkups, man. Salute to y'all, man. Listen, man, be vulnerable. You're going to be vulnerable in one way or the other. You're going to be vulnerable, so you're going to have to make a decision. Stop listening to the scaredy cats and the crybabies. Go live your own life in your own relationship, and you find out. So,
hey, Coach.
Yes,
Coach.
sir.
Them kids ain't gonna win not one goddamn game with your ass, Coach.
Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, you know I'm gonna be coming back reporting it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some video, and it's all girls too. So I'm gonna show you how to rock with the girls, man.
Yeah,
salute, man. Yeah, all girls, man. Everything's girls, man.
It's gonna be tough.
No, that ain't not for me.
Salute, Coach. I want to get this second video going because I'm looking at the clock.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Second video.
then I'll praise JT like I was trying to do before you cut me off.
My bad, bro.
Run it. Show that second video,
slow.
please. Production.
Oh, let me go. Let me jump back there real quick.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I fell asleep.
This is so bad. I wish I had buttons.
You might be able to range that. You know what I'm saying?
Roll the video, please. The second one. Jesus Christ.
See, and the funny thing is, I already knew this was going to happen, JT. That's why I said I'm just going to say what I needed to say. I've been bringing up a lot of your points to like some of the younger fellas. You feel me?
Yeah.
And a lot of them is kind of digging that credit thing. You feel
no
me?
doubt.
Now, here's the thing: the girls is not digging the credit thing because for a woman, women don't like to be vulnerable because they feel like he's gonna say no. But then I'm like, but that's how it is for men too. But the dudes, they got their credit together, so they're like, yeah, run that. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We've been talking about it. And the girls is not with that though. There was only one girl who was with it, and that's because she had a 720.
Yeah, so that literally, man, it'll tell you a lot about them once you start getting into it because all that, I got 500 different jobs and all that shit. Nah, damn them jobs. What's your credit score looking like? Yeah. And that's basically where it comes down to because they asking you how much money you make. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, let's see if it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's
but JT, I got only because you said that before. I have to say it again. There are dudes out here that's not prepared for the responsibility of a relationship or a woman, much less. So I understand why women have to ask certain questions. I encourage it because you don't want to get with a dude that's trying to fake it till he make it.
Yeah, I get it. Look, the vetting part is supposed to be on both sides.
Faking it till you make it. I did that.
No. That's your new generation. No, everybody. No, you're unemployed. When I watch Pop the Balloon, all I hear is a bunch of unemployed motherfuckers.
Yeah, especially if they say that they doing real estate. Get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy. I was about to get my real estate license. God damn.
You can't be doing real estate and doing hair. That it's 24 hours in a day. It's 12 hours that most people work.
I love it.
Real estate is very demanding.
I got 2 jobs. I'll be like,
hey, say that again. Say that again, just I hear that.
I said, I love motherfuckers say I got 2 jobs. They do this, they do that. I'm like, yo, your first job take up 8 hours. Your other job take up another 8. That's 16 hours when you sleep. When you see your kid.
When you getting in there.
Like,
oh, you want to know what's crazy, bro? Like, I forgot what book I was reading, man. But me and Jamaican, we pride ourselves on being able to have a lot of jobs. But I realized it's a stupid thing to do, bro. Like, I just got a real good job that made more money than both of them jobs combined. It's like, why we do this nonsense, bro? Like, what you got 5 jobs for, bro?
Hey, look, Dapper, when you get a chance, look up in Living Colors, Hey Man.
Hey Man.
Hey Man.
Oh, yeah. I already know what you're talking about, man.
You lazy bum, I let you know that right now I have 100 jobs.
And
then what's it called? Everybody hate
I'm a
Chris.
construction worker.
My husband got 3 jobs. Yeah, bro. They be
only 8 jobs. You lazy bum.
As the message on the board says, please help us on the road to 1K subscribers. So please, everybody in the chat, tell a friend, bring a friend, ask whatever questions, we'll address it. Please like and subscribe. We're going to keep this thing going. I'm still waiting for our production team to roll the video.
Try to call her, bro, because I can't find her.
But I am not doing that because, listen, we got to be on point.
Yeah.
For the comment, though, I'm going to address the comments a little bit. I've always believed in proactive protection. And if I went ahead and buy the Apple, what's that, the AirTag, and I put it on a chain around your neck, that's because I give a damn about you. and I want to be able to know where I start looking if something goes wrong. So
Hey,
as a
they're
teenager,
gonna put you on the SA list if you do that, because they're gonna be like, you was trying to kidnap me for real.
well, guess what? I put it on my goddaughter because as a teenager, I want to know where to start looking if something goes wrong. So.
Oh, she's awake now. Perfect.
Oh, thank you. Run it.
Oh yeah. Message.
This one I like this one more.
That's funny. Major Payne was in that. Hey, man.
Then you start to create a culture. You start to create a pattern. And once you start to hide one thing, if you hide small things, then you start to create a culture. You start to create a pattern. And once you start to hide one thing, then you're going to hide the next thing. And then you start hiding this, and you're hiding money. If you're hiding money, now you're hiding habits. And then the next thing you know, you feel comfortable hiding. And then you got a whole separate life that somebody should have been involved in. And they might have even helped you make some better decisions in the things you were doing. Or the old saying is what? An idle mind is what? The devil's workshop. So you give yourself room to do those things. So I 100% feel the women, I feel the sisters when they say that they need that transparency. I feel that because now sometimes I say the word vulnerable is a bad word. I don't want to be called vulnerable. I just don't, because I think, to me, and this is me talking, Miss Therapist. Now you can try to change my mind if you want to. I don't care. But I don't like being vulnerable. If you hide small things, then you start to create a culture. You start to create a pattern. And once you start to hide one thing, then you hide the next thing. You're hiding this, and you're hiding money. If you're hiding money, now you're hiding habits. And then the next thing you know, you feel comfortable hiding, and then you got a whole separate life that somebody should have been involved in. And they might have even helped you make some better decisions in the things you were doing.
There we go.
So I like that, how he put it, because sometimes we create patterns that only benefits our comfort level, but it doesn't help the other person making what you say a cognate decision about you. Should I pursue? Should I keep this going? Or should I red flag it and cut my loss before it gets any deeper or longer? You have to have that transparency, vulnerability, like we use examples about sickle cell, or anything else. Because if we start hiding little things and saying, nah, I'm going to keep this to myself and wait to see how it goes, then I might be more transparent with her, or I might be more vulnerable. Listen, she's not making right decisions. We're contributing to her not making right decisions.
Got to get somebody to listen first. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all earlier, bro. It's only a certain personality type that I'm going to be vulnerable or super transparent with, because see, I know better, bro. I know better. At the end of the day, like you said, it's a gamble, but in that gamble, there's a 90% chance it's not going to go the way you want. You got a 10% chance of success. So because that I have such a small degree of success, I'm only going to do it with the person that has the greatest chance of succeeding in that area. It's just foolish. It's foolish.
So would you say that the contamination in that part has to do with past experiences?
It has to do. So it's two things. It's past experiences, but also current events. The world is a different place right now. The internet makes things very, very accessible. My friend just showed me a video the other day. It's two studs, right? Two studs. They got into a little fight. They used to date. So the other stud puts a video out of her in a very compromising position. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. You couldn't hold that over somebody's head. Now there's a lot of girls
they had gossip back then.
Yeah, but
you might not have the technology of video and Instagram, but you had gossip.
It's different from proof. I could always deny it when it's gossip. No, it's not, Carl.
Back then, it was the same thing. If somebody put it out there in the street and it ran a gossip mile, it was just as good as facts. They didn't give a damn about no proof.
So, Carl,
they really did it.
So watch this, right? So it's kind of like dudes who go to jail for stuff that they didn't do, right? You can gossip about it. The consequences are all the same because perception is reality. I understand what you're saying. But reality is reality. You feel me? Perception can be reality, but reality is reality. There's always that girl.
But we don't live in reality no more. Most people don't think in reality because perception is winning. All you have to do is pick up your phone and say such and such on a video call or screen, and everybody's going to run with it. Why? Because remember, the whole thing that's feeding it is toxic behavior. We don't want to go to intelligent conversation. We want to hear the arguing, the yelling, the cursing, the screaming. Fuck all of that intellectual people acting like they got sense.
See, Carl, this is exactly why I said what I said before. That's why it does not pay to be vulnerable, because even
it doesn't
even if
pay
you're telling the truth, it can be. It's not. So what I'm trying to explain to you is,
you can't be absolute and say that.
Of course I can, Carl. I only deal in absolutes. I don't like the gray area. I just don't. It just doesn't.
So you're telling me that there's a dude running around out here, over 25, over 30, that can protect his vulnerability and his transparency to himself and still show interdependency skills and last in a long-term relationship?
Yeah, Carl, it happens all the time.
I would love to meet that type of dude.
See, you technically speaking, you've already met him, actually. And I'm not even talking about myself, but you've already met him. But here's the thing. What I try to get you guys to understand is that I don't disagree with your thought process or philosophies on a lot of these things. It's how I was raised. But I am also in a position to understand that that system no longer works. It's kind of like me trying to use a horse and buggy on 95. It's just not going to work. Can I do it? Yeah, I could do it. But I'm most likely going to die because cars exist now. And a lot of the challenges
they got laws preventing it from happening. You forgot that part.
Well, Carl, once again.
You can't take no horse and buggy on no 95. They'll pull you over.
You like a... Bro, you be cracking me up, bro. That's not the point, Carl. You're not a girl.
No, you can't bring past shit into current.
Carl, you know that people. I've seen horse and buggy on a 95. I've seen it. That's like saying you can't drive at 100 miles an hour. It doesn't matter, Carl. People are still going to do it. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Things do not work the way they're supposed to work. They work the way that they work. You feel me? Yes, I know it's supposed to be this way, but it's simply not that way. So if it's like what Harvey Dent says in Batman, right? I'm trying to be a decent person in an indecent time. It's not going to work, bro.
I see people that don't. This is what I see. I see people that don't want certain things to work because they rather convince other people that it don't work, and this is how we're going to do it from now on. It's new and improved.
Yeah, that's called single women. They keep other women.
Listen, I'll be the first to say it. There is nothing anybody under 35 that they think is going to be like new revelation that wasn't tried already and done. We already thought about it. We already been down those rabbit holes.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Carl. Go ahead, man. Finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying that when it comes down to what will work with a relationship, interdependency, or getting along, or anything like, or even protecting your vulnerability and transparency, dude, there was guys back in the 50s, the 40s, the 30s doing the same thing, but they did it differently.
Okay, understood.
We can't sit here and keep creating. I'm not going to say we're creating new ways. Y'all creating new excuses to avoid. I think there's more fear going on with people than there is anything else. They're scared of commitment. They're scared of
and I would agree with you, Carl. No, I would agree with you.
That's where it starts right there. If you're scared of responsibility and commitment, if you're scared of commitment,
hold up, stop. Let me listen, Carl. Travis Hunter. And here's the thing, me personally, I think all of that media shit is controlled. So I don't even be buying that. But what I'm trying to explain to you is Travis Hunter was dating a girl. Everybody told him this girl was a bop. He is you. He's like, nah, we're transparent. I know her blood type. She knows mine. I'm going to stick with my girl. I'm not going to listen to nothing you guys are saying. I'm going to protect my queen. Dweeb. Now as soon as he gets signed to the NFL, they haven't even been married for 8 months. I think it was 6 months into marriage. She divorces him and is demanding all of his money. So I'm going to ask you, Carl, what's sensible? See, the problem is the people you talk about that's 35 and under, they're intelligent. They actually have a brain. Why
No, they
the
don't.
hell? No, they do, Carl. They do have a brain. Because if you tell me as a grown-ass man, you're going to see that situation and not take heed to it, you would be considered a fool. Because you cannot learn. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on,
So
JT.
that's
that sounds like that sounds like some red pill bullshit. Because
What
I
was
see
red pill about that? They were right, Carl.
No,
What is
I'm
red
gonna
pill
quote the way
about what
I
I
see
said?
it. Listen, this is where people are creating new words because they don't want to show respect. They value their money over longevity, over long-term things. Listen, please process what I'm saying, brother. Longevity, investment, and long-term thinking. Why you think these guys came out with the word simp? You know what that word came out to be? It's not just the definition it is. They created something, some type of movement that said, we don't have to respect them. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to be responsible for them. We don't have to commit to them. That's what this is about. I want the coochie, but I don't want the responsibility that comes with it. I don't want the commitment that comes with it.
You're a checker player, not a chess player. That's okay though.
I'm a very good chess player.
Wait, but hold on. Let's do this.
Weigh in, JT.
What is it that what we're saying that you're saying that's not working? That's where I want to get to, and then we can go from there. What is it that, as far as what we're saying? Yeah,
it's real simple, right? Being overly transparent with today's women does not work, and I understand why y'all be confused. Back in the day, about 70% of the women were actually good women, and 30% was the jump offs. Now you got 90% of women be the jump offs, and only 10% are good women. And a guy, there was a video. He
I don't
made
know
it
where
perfect.
you get this from.
It's simple, right? What the dude said in the video was, he says, listen, the problem with you so-called good women is you chill with the hoes. You agree with the hoes. You do what the hoes say. You want the girl ship with the hoes. So all I see is a group of lions coming. I'm not going to gamble on which lion is going to bite me. You might be the good lion, but I'm not going to take that chance. You see what I'm saying? Because it will be mathematically retarded for you to do so. If you see a 10 snakes bust into the room, are you going to try to figure out which snake is poisonous? No,
brother.
You get out of the room.
All I see when I listen to guys talk, as well as women, all I see is people trying to establish what I call the Groupon relationship. Groupon. They want the benefits. They want to say they're in a relationship. They want whatever that serves them. There's no interdependency being taught by adults to kids, and definitely nobody trying to hear it or learn it.
So then, Carl,
You're trying to create more shortcuts.
how am I supposed to have a successful relationship if that's what I'm working with, Carl?
Okay, so going back to, hold on, Carl. Let me say this. Going back to what you were saying, as far as like over vulnerable, that don't even exist with men. Overly vulnerable for most men, we ain't even trying to get. You know how hard it is for a woman to get a man to actually be at that stage of, even when they call it vulnerability. So that's not there with us. That's why what we were saying, that's why what Carl was saying was where I wanted to see where he was going with it, because our honesty, it summons them to honesty. It's kind of like what you was just saying. That's why when you said this thing about cheating is deceit, right? So when a man
that wasn't the point though. My point was you can go through something really hard with someone, and the longer you have the relationship, the easier it is to handle. That was my point. So I got that.
Yeah, I got that point. But to use deceit is not a great great analogy, because cheating is deceit. Now, if you said something, it could, man, do you know how women find ways on how to either get rid of us as far as the dating prospect, or while they're in the relationship with you to break up with you, right? They find things to break up with you, right?
Now we're talking about manipulation.
So when you're
We're not
talking about
manipulation,
cheating,
bro.
no. But when you're talking about cheating, it's not good as far as with us as men. We've done it before, right? We understand that can break up your whole relationship. Like the 10 years that you were saying, that's a lot of time to be building with a woman, especially when you have children also, right? So when you are doing something as far as we had an agreement that neither one of us is going to give our body to anybody else on the outside of us, and then I break that covenant, that's deceit. So when she finds out that I deceived her, whether I told her or whether she found out because I got caught, it doesn't matter. That shit right there can end your whole fucking relationship. Will she leave immediately? No, that's even more dangerous. You do not want to be in a house with a woman that is scorned by you. That's the problem that we have. So it keeps you and it keeps her from being not only transparent with each other, but vulnerable. That's really the end of your relationship. It will take you 5 years before you even end that relationship. And guess what? If you have children, it's going to be taxing on them. They got to grow up with the bullshit that was going on. And then it's going to be taxing on the relationship. If you're married, now you got to do this divorce shit. If you ain't trying to get a divorce, now you trying to stay together. You ain't got a divorce, but you separated for 10 years. It's a lot of bullshit that comes with that. So what happens with us as men, as we get older, we understand that cheating is deceit. Once we got a woman, no, listen, because this is the thing. Once we got a woman that we are married to, it's up to us and them to protect that marriage from outside forces. Vulnerability is a big step in that. Reason being is because this is the thing. We get older. This ain't dating no more. We keep getting, that's what I'm trying to tell people. We keep intermingling dating and marriage. One of the reasons is because our culture in America does not entail the real way on how to actually get to marriage. Date, courting. That takes family, that takes friend, that takes community to do the courting part. And then you plan for marriage, and then you get married, then you have children, and you start to build from there. What happens is that the way our culture is now, we fucking and we're enemies. End of story. Everything else in the middle is us lying to each other. There's no vulnerability. There's nothing that's in between that shit. There's no meat. There's no potatoes. That's nothing. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers out here. They scared now because all of these fucking horror stories of relationships. Now nobody wants to get married anymore. That shit is because we keep hearing the doom and gloom of it. Because for years and decades, it's been done the wrong way. I'm going to keep it 100. For years and decades, it's been done the wrong way. And now we arrived to this bullshit that we're in right now.
JT, this is why people got comfortable with, like somebody said in the comments, survival mode. Not too many people is in maintaining mode. Yeah. Because it's going back to what I said. And I said this to Dap before. I've said this on the show before, that a lot of these dudes is not trying to hear, let me meet your father first. Because you know that nigga gonna look at you and say, damn it, I was just like you. I can see through you. We are predators. Women became predators. We're only going after what we know we can get over on. We're not going for the challenge. We're not going through the hoops and all of that. Why? Because we understand where we're really at. Like you said, reality. Do we want somebody to know us better than we know ourselves? No. This is where overprotection of transparency and vulnerability comes in.
Oh, everybody wants that.
Hold up. Why would
they don't?
Yes, what?
Oh, they do want
I would rather my girl. I would rather my lady I'm saying know every piece of me.
Thank you.
And know everything about me in case I'm down.
20
right, but I'm talking about. Listen, Judge. I'm talking about mindsets. The mindset of people running around here talking about against marriage. Fuck all of this. Like JT was saying, the proper order of things. We're trying to find cheat codes to get around shit, avoid shit, and everything else. Because it goes back to what I said about commitment and responsibility. I don't want to be the one wiping the shit from your ass if you sick. I just want to enjoy you right now.
But see, it's like I said,
I'm trying to explain. Oh, go ahead, Justin.
Like I understand where you're coming from, but I also agree with JT. Things are not done in order no more because everybody's trying to find a quick way to get to where they need to be, like you said. But either which way, even with not even marriage, if you got that woman trusting you, back on what Dapper said about the cheating thing, if you got a woman even trusting you after 2 or 3 months, she put her whole trust in you, and you cheat on her. That difference between that 2 or 3 months,
it's gonna be that
10 years, that 50-50 thing. No, because either one, that 2 months, she can say, "All right, fuck it, I tried," and walk off.
Exactly.
That 10-year shit, she ain't staying. She only if she does, she's staying to try to put you through hell.
Yeah.
Until you
after that song, listen, after they done cried themselves out and listened to Mary J. Blige, now all the times that I've been loving you, you've been loving someone else.
And this,
you know what I'm saying?
This right here is exactly
they're gonna do you something bad, bro. They're gonna do you something bad. You can't.
Hold up. Think about this, fellas. Y'all right now are perpetuating the same problem you had because our grandmothers stayed and they didn't do nothing bad to our grandfathers. They stayed.
That's a different mindset, different
era. Okay. Now it's a different mindset, different era. All of a sudden it's different.
No.
Hold on, look at it like
what we talking about? Our grandmothers stayed, bro, and y'all all know that.
I'm explaining to you.
They stayed through worse than that.
I'm explaining to you this. Grandmothers and grandfathers then had the maintaining mentality. Damn that bullshit. I did what I did. We either gonna stick it out or go about your way and I go about mine. But most of the times, like they came up like our grandmothers were like 50s, 60s, and 70s. Yo,
wait, how old are you, bro? How old are you?
I'm 47.
You 47, Carl? How old are you?
Method Man is older than me.
Man, it's your age, man. You ain't no damn girl, man.
Well, we all the same age then, around about the same age. Method Man is like what? He 53. I'm 53.
Yeah.
So I'm 53, right? How old are you, Dapper? I am 53.
Man, I'm 40, man. You lying.
I'll be 53 in a couple of weeks. But
I told you was a lying ass nigga.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
You're 40. So, yeah, so you right there with us. I was about to say, if you were saying that you was like 32, 33, your grandparents is my parents. Yeah. So, and you still right there. And they wasn't staying. Like I said, them baby boomers was not staying. Them baby boomers was getting the fuck on, bro. That was the beginning of getting the hell on. Them baby boomers, them women were out of there. They were leaving them in.
I said, my grandparents went through the segregation. They understand.
Yeah, so they had different types of struggles. So when you're talking about silent generation, they had different types of struggle, and you got to really understand this too. And a lot of people don't put this in the equation. They dealt with polygamy, right? Mm-hmm. They dealt with polygamy. Polygamy it was a Southern thing, right? Like if you actually go and look at the ones that were born in the 1920s and 30s and, shit like that, look at the names. You will see that families were marrying each other. Mississippi, Tennessee, all these different things. And then you still had men that had more than one family because it was a different type of a mindset that they were getting out of it. But by the time you got to the Southern generation, the generation that migrated up to the North, they were still practicing that, but what were they doing? They were having, like the men were having women on the other side of town and stuff like that. The women were getting at a point where their mindset got to the point where they were like, I'm not accepting this shit no more, right? And then next thing you know, once those baby boomers started being born in 1943 and on up to 1950, 19 to 63, let me tell you what they were doing, leaving. Families were not the same. That was the start. That was the start. Then once you start getting into Generation X, we were the recipients of broken homes.
Yep.
Our parents had 9 and 10 siblings. We had 2. You had a big ass, in our generation, you had a big ass family if you had 4.
Yep.
You had 5. That was a big family. In their generation, it wasn't. So when you start talking about that, it was a whole different type of thing. Where we're at right now is that we have adults that don't trust each other because of the doom and gloom. What we're saying is, I'm gonna end it with this. What we're saying is that it doesn't make it right because it changed. The mindset of the masses have changed. That don't mean that it's right.
Correct.
See, y'all proving me right once again, bro.
Okay.
Y'all proving me. Everything you just said, it literally has proved me correct. What I was trying to explain to y'all is a simple thing, bro. If a man cheats on a woman, that does not give her a right to leave. Y'all can argue me if you want to. Try to find it in the Bible. Right? Just go ahead. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all is this. Back in the day, poly was okay because poly is okay. Period.
This is where but Dapper, this is where you went wrong at. This is where you went wrong at.
You know what?
You put 2 things that are not synonymous with each other. Exactly. This is what I was trying to tell you. When you're talking about polygamy and cheating, when you're talking about cheating is deceit. Polygamy is not. This is what I'm telling you. When you're lying to a woman and you omit things that you're supposed to tell her, those are 2 different things. You said polygamy, and in the same sentence you put cheating. Those are absolutely 2 different things.
Now watch this, right?
I gotta ask the.
Go ahead, Carl. Go ahead.
I gotta ask the question.
If you said you do poly now, they tell you cheating. They see it as
the
the same.
question.
And that's the point I was trying to make.
This is the question. And I'm glad y'all caveated to poly, even though I'm against it. Your cell phone. How long you have to be around that woman before you say, you know what, I could trust her with my phone, my wallet, whatever?
Carl.
Who you asking?
Talking about, bro?
Carl.
That's the
Who you asking?
Hello. I'm still on transparency and vulnerability. How long do you have to be with a woman before you say, baby, here's my cell phone, here's my wallet?
What? Do that shit first day. I don't give a fuck. You can look through it. You look through it. No,
we have to have a relationship.
Yeah, we gotta have a relationship.
We're talking about a real relationship where if she got my wallet and she got my cell phone, let me tell you what we have right now. We're living in the same damn house. We up under the same roof. If she got all of that right there, we up under the same roof.
Exactly.
Because I need her to have that shit so she can have my back. No doubt about it.
What about you, Dap?
I mean, honestly, bro, like, I really don't care. You feel me? My wallet is one thing because, like, I'll give you cash, and I've had one of my girlfriends used to piss me off because she always used to take the cash out of my wallet. You feel me? But it's just what it was, because at the end of the day, if I assess you as a good person, I date for marriage. So if I'm talking to you, I already feel like you wife material. So I trust much faster in my relationship.
The wallet is okay, but the phone is a no-go?
I never said that.
I never said that. What about the phone?
The phone is fine. I give girls my password. I'll put their fingerprint on my phone. Go ahead.
Okay, no problem. Roll the video.
I don't know why he asked that question.
You'll see in a minute. Roll the video, please.
Being out of the dating scene for a while, how do you know if a man is being sincere or genuine?
The interesting thing about being a former toxic man, the thing is, all the things that you guys said, thank you, because I'm watching these podcasts too. Thank you for telling me what you need a man to do and how you need him to show up, because I'm paying attention to that too. Matter of fact, I'm taking notes. You said you want to be a Proverbs 31 woman. I'm going to Google that under the table and say, yeah, I'm looking for a guy too. I'm doing that because here's the thing. If I've always been toxic, I know that doesn't work. And I have to pretend to be something I'm not to get something I want from you. No man is going to come to the first date and say how he's going to use you, mislead you, and take advantage of you. No one is going to tell you their true intentions is just to get that and leave. No one is going to tell you that I haven't been in a committed relationship meaningfully in years, and all I've mastered was the art of the chase. So what you have to do is bring your discernment. It is easy to sit up here and give you some signs you should watch out for, but I watch these podcasts, I know what you're looking for, and I know how to pivot, I know how to pretend, and I know how to act like I'm something I'm not. What you have to do, though, in order to combat this, is you have to give yourself time before you get your heart involved. Let the weeds and the wheat separate themselves. To his point, there is only so long someone can pretend to be genuine if they're not getting what they want from you. You cannot fall fast and hard for men before you know authentically who they are over seasons of your life. You met this man in winter, you fell in love in winter. And that's why you keep getting messed up.
So you got jacked up in the spring.
Exactly. So just give yourself some patience.
That's exactly what I be talking about. This is the type of advice
I can't
that women get. And then see, remember how y'all was talking about the fair? When you a dude, bro, and you put bullshit out like that, bro, and these women are listening to it, you know, we like, no offense, but we all know women are not that smart. You see what I'm saying? They're too emotional.
What? Wait a minute. What?
Carl, stop it. We're talking right now.
No. We're not doing that.
Forget the chat. Carl,
yeah, but we're not doing that. I'm never going to say a woman's not that smart.
The chat. They're not. Carl, let me explain something to you, bro.
I don't care about the chat. I'm not going to sit here as a man. No, listen.
Listen, bro.
I'm gonna let you speak. But until you start having another female body you got to carry, like a daughter or stepdaughter or something, do not ever say that a woman is not as smart as you think. I'm not having that.
Carl,
you just did.
Carl, listen to me. We fuck them. They're not that smart. They fall the same shit over and over. Cut it out, bro. You tripping.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they're not so smart, then stop trying to fuck them then. Hold on. If they're not that smart, listen to what you said. If females is not that smart, stop trying to fuck them then.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Carl. Do you want to sleep with
a woman
man. Her brain, Carl? You sleeping with the girl that got an A on her test because she got an A on her test? You're tripping, bro. Chill out. Listen to what I'm telling you. We all know women are not that smart. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they make emotional decisions that override their intellect. This is why you gotta stay quiet for a minute so you can hear what they're
No, because that's still I'm standing on that. That doesn't make them stupid.
Stop it, Carl. Carl, stop it. They fall for the same shit over and over. Stop it, Carl. Stop it.
Man.
Like, we're in the barber shop right now, bro. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I would never say no shit like that. I don't care where I'm at.
Bro. You be afraid of these women, bro. I'm not afraid of no. I'll be telling my mom that she ain't
Where have you seen me afraid of women? What are you talking about?
Because you ain't telling them the truth,
listen, you're trying to sit here.
Listen, you ain't never finessed no girl on her pum-pum? Answer the question. Have you finessed a girl on her pum-pum?
Listen.
Have you finessed a girl on her pum-pum? Yes or no?
I don't have to.
Have you ever finessed a girl on her pum-pum, Carl? Yes
I never had to. I never had to.
So it's either a yes or it's a no.
I never had to.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You're moving like a girl now. Carl, it's a yes or no question. Just say no, bro. But you're not going to say no because you know that you have. You have, Carl.
No, why you want to tell me my life?
Carl, we are predators, right? We are hunters. In order for me to hunt an animal, I have to be better than the animal I'm chasing.
You're trying to project.
You got it, Carl.
Listen,
you got it.
You're trying to project a caveman mentality. Some of us died. We don't have to be predators. We don't have to go our way. We can be fine with ourselves and get the results without making no real effort.
Okay, no problem, Carl. So let the girl propose to you. Let the girl approach you. Let her come and get your number. Bro, you bugging on me, Carl. This is why it's hard to be in a barbershop, bro. We trying to talk this minute. You over here tripping, bro. You tripping.
So can I get let me say this.
Come on,
Go ahead, jump in, JT. Go ahead, jump in.
Let me say this.
Emotional. I get the emotion. Hold on, JT. I get your point that they lead with their emotions. That's a given. But to sit here and say because they lead with their emotions, they're not as bright, that's an insult. I can't, as a man or as a guy, I can't say that.
So this is the thing, though. There have been many of women that we've talked to that will stay in relationships that they know that's not good for them at all, no matter what anybody says to them. they will stay in that relationship and complain about the relationship. So we understand that those type of women, they're there. They get on these panels, they talk about, you can hear it in a speech, right? So I understand exactly what Dapper is saying when it comes down to it. A lot of times they will look at it as if they're trying, this is where that whole I'm healed thing comes from. This is where that whole thing where they don't trust it. You know, once you get to hearing them saying, I don't trust a nigga, and a nigga is this and a nigga is that, it does get to that point. Carl, you got to understand.
JT, stop, freeze right there, JT. Let me tell you something. You have brothers out here that are tired of so-called spending and wasting money on chicks. And you know what they do?
That's on them.
They project that shit.
That's
they
them.
project
That's
that
on
shit.
them. That's on them. But this is the thing. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's on them. Anytime a dude get to complaining, and one of the things that we say to the guys that we won't say, that a lot of us won't say to the women, is that you get what you get. A lot of women would get more sympathy with the way that they're moving, right? This is the thing. With men, we'll say, homie, you get what you get. You out here tricking. No, we not. I'm not tricking, man. And then you hear what they're saying. It's the same fucking thing. These dudes it goes to, again, you got to listen to what Dapper was saying. Men are hunters. And a lot of men are predators. The reason why we should be able to agree with him, if we got daughters, we understand exactly what he's saying on that shit, homie.
Thank you, bro. You tripping.
When I talk to my daughter, saying, this is what this goof ass nigga is trying to do.
Exactly.
If you want to be able to, if you can't vet that man really good, even if you think that you are, bring him around me. And if you can't bring him around me, then you know you're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
You know that you're trying to hide something. But if you want me to reveal the shit out of him, bring him around me. You know why? Because I'm old, but I ain't that goddamn old.
And I've done
it.
And we know. This is what I'm saying.
And if she
but JT, that doesn't mean that she's not that bright, because she cannot bet. Listen, because she can listen. Not just hold on, Judge. You cannot say she's not that bright because she cannot vet as good as a man, because we as men are able to see through other dudes. Women, it takes certain amount of women.
Bro, is discernment not based on intelligence, Carl?
Yeah, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's talking about, Carl. Listen, I've done.
JC, hold on.
Go ahead.
Basically, you still got to come to a conclusion. We don't think with our emotions. We think rationally.
Thank you.
They think with their emotions, because you could say she could be the smartest chick on the earth, but if you come at her the wrong way, that emotional part of her gonna take over before her rationality comes in. You know how many times I've sat there and had to calm my ex-wife down because I'm talking to her rationally, she's in her emotions. And then when she go into her emotions, that take over, and then later on down the line, they sit down, then they think rationally.
And she got a PhD. She got a PhD.
I go with that. But what I'm saying, just that doesn't mean that she's stupid or not as bright or what have you. Just because they're emotional driven does not mean that their intelligence is so much compromised to call them dumb, stupid, slow, whatever.
Well, it's up to them it's up to the women to be able to delineate themselves from the ones that are dumb. It is some ones that's dumb, Carl. They dumb as hell. And let me tell you, one of the things that we can see, they end up putting on video they dumbness, right? Yep. Like I did a show on a girl that was with a guy, and she cheated on him multiple times. Not only did she cheat on him, she was documenting the times when they were, she was cheating on him. Then on top of that, they end up having a live together. They were sharing a live, and they were talking about her giving him a STD, right? She's talking to this guy as if he's on an equal playing field. She's talking reckless to this dude. She done did a lot of reckless shit to him, right? It ended her life right after that live. Right after that live, it ended. So when you hear,
I'll give you a perfect example of what he's talking about. The Will and Jada situation. He sat across from these men and told that man everything that happened. I'm looking. When you look at Will, he's holding every piece of emotion back.
Yeah, that shit could have been dangerous, bro.
Yo,
we looking like, why would you do that?
Wild out and choked her ass right there on that damn table, or even afterwards.
So I understand what Carl is saying as far as like the ad hominems. I get what you're saying, Carl, when it comes down to it.
All being too sensitive. This the barbershop.
But listen, I understand.
Listen, hold on. This is where I'm coming from too. You say not too bright. That was the trigger for me because you know how much you've learned from people that's not too bright. So they must have been. This is what I don't want to take away. Even a person that you may deem as not too bright, slow, dumb, whatever. I'm learning a hell of a lot from them because there's a female. I'm gonna use JT's analogy. There's a female watching that female and say, "I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it like that." So you learned something from a dummy. This is why I said they're not dumb. They're not dumb. If they're teaching you something, listen. If they're teaching you something, they're not dumb, bro.
Carl, you just double talk. You just said you can learn from a dummy.
No, I'm not double talking.
If a dummy taught you something, they're smart. Carl, chill. Let me explain something to you,
I'm
bro.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Carl, you're not God, bro.
I'm not doing that.
God did not make women smarter than men. Get over it. Get over it, bro. Sorry, Carl.
That's your case. That's your case, man. That's your case, man. Listen,
get over it.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You haven't ran across a woman yet that makes you think or believe otherwise.
Carl, I promise you right now, if I bring my ex up here,
hold on for a minute, fellas.
In every single math game you could play. My ex will.
That's not what I'm talking about. You haven't.
Hold on.
Listen. Everybody comes across someone that challenges them, that makes them change, that makes them see different perspective. A lot of us avoid that. We don't want the chick that is on the same page or better.
Carl, you're smoking reefer. I've never met a dude that didn't ask for that, Carl. You're smoking reefer. I'm telling you, you're crazy, Carl. You need... Man, hold on. Let me go get the medicine, bro. You unique, bro. Carl.
Yo,
hear me out. Go ahead, JT. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead. Because you've been trying to say
not
something.
When you see men just as I see men getting emotional. What the fuck?
Hold on. That I have to disagree with you at some point. Some women are smarter than us men.
No. So I'm going. Let me fix what you're saying. There are women who are smarter than men, but not entirely. No, there's no way.
No, I'm not listening to what I'm saying.
Lord.
Some women out there are smarter than some of us men out here.
That's true.
I'm not the smartest person on earth. I've been finessed before, and I understood. I learned from it. It never happened again. But my whole thing is like what Carl's coming at is like how you say it. It's not what you're saying, it's how you say it.
Carl tripping, bro. I said exactly what I meant. You know, women are not that smart. It's just the truth, bro.
Well, guess what? I got some bad news for you. If you got a woman pregnant right now and she's having twins and she delivers the baby right today and hand them over to you, some men will freeze on how to nurture that baby. Why? Because it's not in a man's nature and purpose to nurture children at that young age. This is why the woman is smart enough to know what to do and how to do it.
Dogs nurture their children, Carl. Dogs, birds, turtles, rabbits. The dumbest animals in the world still nurture their children. Goldfish nurture their children, Carl.
Even the male animals nurture their children.
You tripping, bro. What I'm trying to explain to you is it's just a simple thing that everybody already knows. Men are smarter than women. If I take the top 1,000 smartest women in the world, they wouldn't even touch the top 100 million of the most intelligent people on the planet.
If you want to say men are so much intelligent over women, why these guys are still fucking chicks they're not marrying?
Because we're smarter than a goddamn woman. I'm going home, bro. I can't do this shit, bro.
Ow.
Carl, you're not helping yourself, bro.
No, I'm not.
You're not helping yourself, Carl. You're not helping yourself. I'm trying to help you, Carl. I love you, Carl. I'm trying to help you, brother. You're not helping yourself at all, Carl. Carl, you're not helping yourself, bro.
Let's get to the final thought.
Carl, you funny, bro.
Evo, let's go to final thought.
Wait, she said she had some surprise video, but it's damn near 10:30. Oh my gosh, boy!
I love the convo. Listen, no, hold on. I love the convo, but I'm gonna say this.
Thank you, wife school.
You're not gonna like it. Like I said, when women are running around here teaching brothers how to get a CDL, teaching brothers how to get money, teaching brothers how to get a credit score, teaching brothers how to be men. It's very ironic.
That same exact woman.
I'm gonna say this. Remember, we all got mothers.
What that got to do with it, bro?
You want me to be honest? And they all was probably hoes back when before we was thought.
Thank you, thank you.
No, I'm gonna say. Let me land it. The reason why I said we all got mothers, if women were more intelligent, this is why I'm still asking up to this day, all these years on Earth, why do we celebrate Mother's Day way more than we do Father's Day?
Because you were conditioned to, Carl. It was set up before you were born. They did that on purpose to make the mother the head of the household, so the father would be less respected. Therefore, the children would be retarded. Therefore, easier to control.
Hold up, Carl. This past Father's Day, it started to be a lot more different. Why? Because men start raising the question. We start speaking up, right? And women were speaking up too. So it's, again, that's one little thing that's starting to shift. Like conversations like this is what we're trying to do is we're trying to shift the platform of relationships to a point where it can go back to the marriage thing. But as we talking right now, like that's why talking to Dapper, he's saying, hey, this shit ain't what how motherfuckers thinking no more, right? So we can't disagree with that. What we have to do is we have to figure out, along with the young. I thought Dapper was younger than what he was. Nigga, you right here with us. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's why I've been telling you they be messing with me, bro, because I'm the youngest.
He's the youngest.
I'm the
He's the youngest up here.
Yeah, he's the youngest. But let me say this though. He's the youngest.
He's the wild card.
Yeah, but this is the thing. When you have this thing that we call the relationship and what they got, the market and all this crazy ass shit, man, it's going haywire. So what we have to do is kind of figure out. That's why I like the conversation we're having. But this is the thing. I don't want to get it. I want us to get to a point where we can have men and women to be able to have a shift in us liking each other again. This is the barbershop. But I guarantee once we start having women on the panel, it shifts because of how they look at us and how we look at them, right? And a lot of times it's starting to go to a point where we just don't like each other. But guess what ended up happening?
We don't trust each other.
There's a reason for that.
But we're screwing each other, and we're still bringing children in. Now it's getting to a point where you got the younger that Z and Alpha generation. The motherfuckers ain't talking about none of this shit we talking about. Fuck marriage and fuck. And the thing is that so when we start talking, man, we gotta give the pros and the cons of all history, the way, because with our parents, we were the recipients of their union together, whether they were married or not. And some of us, a lot of us, have some fucked up ass memories when it comes down to that. I'm just not one of them, but I can't sit back and look at just from my lens how things are, because I got cousins, bro. It was right in front of my face. They only had their mama. They didn't care. And when they did see their father, they didn't respect them. And I'm talking about men and women. And to this day, you got 40 and 50-year-olds that don't respect their fathers. One of the things that I can tell you right now, we're in this whole thing because we are in the internet shit and everybody on IG and TikTok. What you're starting to see now is young men going against their fathers, young women putting airing their fathers out, right? The thing is that they're also airing their moms out too, right? What we have to do with these conversations, and I'm just saying, we have to talk about things, and we do got to get into a point where the shit is going to be tedious on how we talk about certain issues, like what we're talking about now. It gets frustrating for us. We got to let that shit the fuck out, right?
Yep.
We have to let it out, but we also got to listen to one another to a point where we got an audience out here. And one of the things I want to do is I want women to start changing their trajectory, but they can't do it if we're not doing it ourselves. So when you have young men and older men, because let me tell you something. We got Dapper on here. Get somebody 28 years old. Get somebody 28 years old on this motherfucker. So Dapper be talking to them like, nah, nigga, I can't fuck with what you saying, right? Because they have
happens
a different
all the time.
Set than
happens
him.
all the time.
And women hear that and they see it. When they hear us calling each other bitch ass niggas and all kind of shit, they see that kind of shit. Y'all understand this, and I'm gonna end it with this. Everything we into, women are into. Nigga, we rap, you're gonna have some women that rap. We play basketball, you're gonna have women that play basketball. When you're in a relationship, when you're into certain things, that woman is gonna adopt that shit that you're in. Niggas be bowling, she ain't never bowled in her life. They in a relationship for 6 years, now she on the bowling team. Or she ain't never smoked a cigar in her life, and she got a nigga to go to the cigar bar. Guess what ended up happening? She's gonna do what he does because there's no doubt about it. We are leaders, whether you wanna be one or you don't wanna be one. Now, the thing about that is that we gotta have some type of shit where we have boundaries. Like a lot of men, we lead women with the way that we move. If a woman wants a man that's out here and a thug and all that shit, because we complain about that shit. Oh, they want the brown nigga. They want the thug nigga. That shit's about to be over with. Them niggas don't even exist.
Goofy, but they smart.
Yeah. Them niggas wearing dresses and all kind of shit like that.
Not allowed, hold on, JT. You're not allowed to insult women on this platform, regardless of what
I'm calling it up. I'm keeping it up.
Insult them because, again, my argument is not to insult, because there's not a dude up here anywhere that's going to say this about a woman. But like I said, that's not stopping you from trying to fuck them, have babies with them, or interact with them at all, because ain't no dudes running around here being monks.
Carl, what is that, Carl? That just doesn't equate, Carl. I'm sorry, bro.
It was insulting the way you said it, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Carl, you're projecting, Carl. I've said this to so many women, and you know what they do? Carl, you know when I say this to women, you know what they say? They're like, you're right. I literally had to sit the girl down and say, let me answer your question. Who's smarter, me or you? Okay. Who has more experience, me or you? Okay. Would you listen to a 5-year-old on how to bake a cake? No, then why the hell am I going to take their advice? Carl, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. And what we need to do is stand on the truth. The reason that women are in the state that they are now is because we lie to them consistently. And not only do we lie to them consistently, the other thing that we do is we remove all their accountability. You cannot say you're smarter than me if you cannot be accountable for your actions, because your actions don't have to be intelligent, because there's no consequences, Carl. There's no consequences. You don't have to be smart.
So let's go back to what you just said.
I say this.
Go ahead,
They can't be that. Listen, you can't sit here and, like I said, the way you said it, because too many women have gotten the best of a lot of dudes. Because if guys were so damn smart, they would know how to avoid the traps.
And that's what we're doing now. But now you're saying those dudes are soft. Those dudes don't want relationships.
No.
Earlier. They're wise. They're not.
But it's the way I'm going to say. It's the way you said it, because it's the way you said it. Because, like I said, even right now, 2025, guys are still getting, trapped. They're getting played by women.
But I gotta say this, Carl. I gotta go, just like what I said to Dapper. I gotta go to what you're saying right now. You talk about these women being deceitful. anytime we start adding the deceit into these, this is where the doom and gloom goes to in these relationships, bro. At the end of the day, just listen to men and women when they trust somebody and because it's a gamble. It's just a fucking gamble, dog. There's no way around it. It's always been that way. It's going to be this way. Even when we're gone, we got to gamble on one another, right? But when you're talking about women being smart, that doesn't mean that they're smart. That means they're more deceitful. Exactly. So when we're talking about a woman, right? So it's not really hard for a woman to be deceitful because she has a vagina.
Now you're trying. Now I see what you're doing. No,
she got a vagina.
Don't go with hold on. I see what you're doing now. It's not about just being deceitful. When a woman can sit here and throw on whatever and get you to look at her, pay attention to her, come towards her, buy her drinks, whatever. Deceit, if you want to throw that in there, fine. But at least the power is not within you to say, just because I see it don't mean I got to act on it or entertain it. This is why Dapper has an issue with dick discipline. Because, again, the guys out here on a majority scale are not learning how to just say, yeah, she looked pretty and keep walking. These guys are damn near unaliving chick because she didn't give him the phone number, didn't give him the Instagram.
But it's not dick discipline. Dick discipline does not exist with men. It just ain't going to exist with men. The discipline comes from in the world, the way, like that's why I was saying, the way that we move. At the end of the day, if we're talking about people are trying to, we're trying to build a better community, we have to start understanding each other. So what you were, the thing about vulnerability and all these different things, that shit has to start coming in play, but it can't come in play because of what the playing field is right now in the dating. Motherfuckers been deceiving each other left and right. So it's not going to happen until you get, it's kind of like you got to throw this whole shit away and build a whole new, right? It's like, God damn. Because it's like, that saying,
you know what?
That saying, what a tangle where we weave.
Yep.
That's where we're at now. That's basically what it is.
It's time to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I want you both to understand that if there's any unicision between the women, right? Different mindset of women. If they raise the stake on what is required to get with them, because you already know, women are already out here saying you need this and that before you can get.
That's not gonna work, Carl.
Yeah, I know that's what you think, but guess what?
Not gonna work because it hasn't been working.
Guess what? The higher, I don't want to say the price because I'm not using transaction, I'm not using prostitution, but the higher the requirement for men to get laid, watch how it turns. Because if women went around, and I've said this many times before, if women start walking around saying, Dapper, now you can't get this unless you got a certain amount of life insurance. Guess what you're gonna do on a Sunday night? You're gonna get more life insurance.
And so, Carl, let me explain. See, all right. So I don't really like Ace. You feel me? Because it's somebody I met in person. You feel me? And he be pandering, but I understand he's doing it on purpose because he's a businessman. So I love that. He's smart. Just like Derek Jackson. They know how to pander to women because women spend 70 cents on every dollar, like Drake. They're smart. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, Carl, all I have to do is get a big life insurance policy, then I can smash any girl I want. It's no different than these women saying you got to have money. All I do is get money, I smash any girl I want. All he needs is a six-pack. Got it. Smash any girl I want. Bro, I'm trying to
tell you. But this is the point. What happens when you come across that one chick listen, what happens when you come across that chick that no matter what you put on the table, it don't matter?
Then we go to the next chick, Carl. There's a million of them. Carl, come on, bro. I need you to be a man right now, Carl. Use some math. Carl, please.
Me?
Please, bro. Carl, use math. If I want a Lamborghini, right, and I know I can get, and they want $2 million for this Lambo, but I know I can get another Lambo, but in a slightly different color for $200,000, I'm going to get the other Lambo, Carl. Raising the price is not going to change anything. You know how I know this for a fact? I used to have to go to your father, give you cows and money to talk to your daughter. I don't got to do that no more, Carl. And this is why getting smashed out here.
And this is why. This is why. You're part of the problem, not the solution.
Oh my God. Carl, so what you want me to do? Pay high prices? That's what you want me to do? You want me to pay new car prices for a girl with 3 kids and 14 bodies? Carl, you're insane, Carl. You are insane, bro.
And this is what I love about the conversation, because no matter what materialistic, you can't take it with you.
Yo!
So you can't take it with you. It doesn't matter. You can't take it with you. And these are the, and remember, I love the conversation. Like I said, before we close out,
can I take my life insurance policy with me, Carl?
I'm gonna say this for the people in the comments and for people out there in the world. If you listen to anybody, that's cool. You can agree or disagree. But it's very sad that the last 30, 40 years I've witnessed countless amount of female that the brother said is not too bright, but they're bright enough to start a GoFundMe because a dude wasn't smart enough to have life insurance all this time he was on this planet. So guess what? Salute to the women that are still trying to let this guy get buried with some dignity because he wasn't smart enough to get life insurance and contingencies in place.
He was smart. He enjoyed his life because he couldn't take it with him, so he bought the Lamborghini.
Yeah, he got a whole bunch of
you gotta get Carl. You gotta get Carl. Hey, look, I can agree with Carl on that. I can agree with him on that. But this is the thing, also, Carl. When you talking about that, I gotta say that I do agree with him. Women ain't stupid, man. It's the caliber of women that you pick as a man. At the end of the day, this shit still lies on us. That's the reason why it always point back to us. Because my whole thing is, and I've said this to a bunch of men, my age, younger, and some older motherfuckers. When I ask them, why is it that you fucking with a bitch that you know they ain't good for you? And I said bitch intentionally, right? Not a woman.
Because you can get over, predator.
Because you know that So you know that you can get over. Now this ain't taking nothing away from what you're saying, Dapper. But let me tell you something. Women do exactly what he just said. They'll put some fucking insurance on your ass in a minute. They would make sure. If they're not married to you, they'll make sure that they got a motherfucking durable power of attorney on your ass too. Right?
That's right. Without you even knowing.
Even when you didn't tell them your social security, they got it already.
Exactly.
They would not only do a credit check on your ass.
Illegally.
Even though illegally. But they would also, but I'm saying, so we can't say that they're not. That's why I was just saying, Carl, when I was like, when we have these conversations, we do got to delineate. We only have a couple of hours, but I'm telling you, bro, women are not as dumb as we think, but they're not as smart as we think either, right? We already understand that. Not because, I'm not saying this because of who I dated. This is my observation of cousins, sister.
The world.
I look at my daughters. I talk to, so we have to have this, it has to have some meat to it when we having this conversation. Especially when we're talking about it in a barbershop setting, right? Because we still got people listening to us. Mm-hmm. The one thing that we don't want to do is that we don't want to turn off the women that actually need the conversation to be had, so they can at least take what they call it, spit out the bones and eat the meat and spit out the bones type of thing. Mm-hmm. We have that because before we had this right here, I used to talk to all my family members and girls that I was cool with, and I tell them, just like how you talking, Dapper. I used to tell girls, they tell me all kind of crazy shit. I'd be like, you dumb in a motherfucker right quick. Yep. And they be like, well, why would you say that? Why would you do all that, JT? And I tell them because first and foremost, I'm either big brother, or whatever it is. And I get way more passionate than, where I am right now. Because I care about them. And I would tell them, you need to get rid of that nigga right now.
Expeditiously.
I'm talking about girls that would have a nigga that they sitting back and they say they got a boyfriend. I'll be like, where you at? well, he over in county right now and all that shit, or he in prison. You out here spending time with a nigga that ain't got no motherfucking future, and you wondering why this nigga is gonna treat you the way that he do? You dumb in a motherfucker. But that's the ones that I know and I care about to say what I say to them, right? I can't cuss them. And shout out to my boy Hamp. This might be risky, right? He said it. You can't cuss them if you don't know them. I'm not gonna sit back. That's why when it comes on, I was on a panel yesterday and women were getting mad at me and shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to be so damn abrasive to you. I actually want you to hear what I got to say, right?
Exactly.
I don't know you, you don't know me. So the things that I got to say, I'm saying this so y'all can catch it. But trust me, if you was in my motherfucking family, you would know my hierarchy. And when I say what the fuck I say, I guarantee you gonna listen to it. Right? But if I don't know them, I'm just wasting my motherfucking breath. If they want to hear it, they gonna hear it. Yeah.
I need you, brother, to lead out on the final thoughts right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go to Kappa, Justin, and me. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Final thoughts. JT, take the mic, brother.
Okay, and I end it with this, man. I love these conversations, but I also have these conversations. I'm sorry about that. I forgot you got to have that part right there. But I also had these conversations offline and things like that because I care.
Yep.
I'm not out here doing the dating shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I have grown adults, but I also have people that I care about. Just so happened that a part of my culture now is this here. You know, YouTube. Talking to the brothers, chopping it up with them. And I'm also chopping it up with and shout out to the people that's in the chat and that's why I shared it also, y'all, on What We Know podcast, so they can come over here. If you over on my channel, please come over here to Evolution and subscribe to this platform. It's dope as hell. The conversations is really, really needed. And shout out to you, brothers. And shout out to everybody that stuck with the people, man, because these conversations is needed, man. And I salute, my hats off to you guys, man. Most definitely.
Thank you, brother. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Brother Dap, take the mic, bro.
All right, let's get it. So my closing thoughts is going to be real simple. Call me tripping. No, I'm just kidding. So look, guys. Look, man, at the end of the day, just like JT, what I try to encourage people to do is have the real conversation. Because one of the things that I realize is that even though social media shows the very negative and toxic side of people, in the real world, majority of people are not like that. But because everyone is looking at so many red flags, it's very easy for us to miss the green ones. What I would suggest that you do, take the time to actually talk to a person. Just because you see red flag here, red flag there, don't stop talking to them. You don't have to date the person, right? But still take the time to get to know them. Because one thing about people that you will learn, the realer you are with yourself and the more you understand yourself, the easier it's going to be for you to understand other people. When you look at a person, you be like, damn, they ain't shit. You're going to remember that you ain't shit too. You're going to look at that person and be like, damn, they greedy, damn, they this. And you're going to realize you have a lot of that in you too. And if you don't deal with that, what happens is you become an improper and an unfair judge of other people. And now everything you do in life is going to be based on fear. But you are not given a spirit of fear, right? So take the time to look inside yourself and be real with yourself. Like, call yourself stupid. Do it because you are. And then once you realize that you're stupid, just like an Alcohol Anonymous, you got to accept it. Now you can start building that level of, okay, now I'm kind of smart. Now I'm getting it. Because one thing I learned at 28 years old, when I was smart, salutatorian, everybody came to me for advice. I ain't know shit. The more I learned, the dumber I felt. And the more I realized I really don't know. So take a chance on learning you so you have a better relationship with others. I'm Dapper, Dangerous. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.
Salute. Thank you, brother. Brother Just, take it, brother.
Really have much to say. Brother JT spoke most of my mind tonight, so I just played it cool and listened. On all ends, I agree with what Dap was talking about tonight. I agree with what Carl was talking about tonight, but we also got to come to terms with a lot of stuff that is reality. The best thing I can say to do is keep your mind open, stay cool, stay dangerous, and God bless and good night.
I like it. Go Cowboys. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Go Cowboys.
And until Christmas, when they play them Lions.
You know what?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. The Lions put a little spanking on the Ravens, man.
I'm not touching that until we get there.
All right. Y'all can do that. Sports score. Final thought. I appreciate everybody that subscribed and liked. Everybody in the comments sections, the good and the bad, the jokes and the roasts, and even brother, Dapper, JT, Just, myself, and Coach Ferg. I appreciate everybody's coming through. The real bottom line to this, again, we need to explore, think about, learn, and research what interdependency in collaboration with our vulnerability issues as well as our transparency issues. Like I said before in the beginning segment, you can't expect somebody to give you something you're not willing to give. So if you want to give them bits and pieces, don't be mad when they give you bits and pieces, because it's not going to work good for you, obviously, because they can flip at any time. And that goes for men or women. I love to be neutral with men and women, even though I understand that there's some things more that men do that women, mess up on, and vice versa. I understand there's complaints. But if you're trying to get to the the solution of everything, like I said, interdependency is the first place to look at. So you can learn how to get along with each other and with each other. So that's all I'm going to leave with, and be safe out there. Salute. And cut.
That's the wrap.
Bye.